This is what we call asaro elemimeji. Yam and sweet potato pottage with 9 lives. Check this out. Hi my besties, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tolani and I'm Diary of a Kitchen Lover. In this video we are cooking yam and sweet potato pottage, not porridge. Yes, it is pottage. Okay, so if you've ever called it yam porridge, it is wrong. Porridge is the one that has like liquid texture, while soups and the likes, while pottage is the one we make here in Nigeria, Africa and all that. But anyways, I have never shared this recipe on my YouTube channel before, so I am happy to do so. Let me introduce you to my ingredients real quick, okay? Here we have yam, we have sweet potatoes. These are sweet potatoes, and then I'm going to be using palm oil. I'll be using some smoked mackerel fish, also smoked mackerel fish. I have my dried fish. This is dried bonga fish. Yes, I also have some roughly chopped pepper mixture. I have some scent leaves. I have some crayfish powder. Lots of it actually. I have some chopped onions and then seasoning powder. Let's get cooking real quick. I know we cook yam pottage with different methods. From top of my head, the very first one I grew up with is we pour all the ingredients, put the yam in the pot, you put the palm oil, put the pepper, put the crayfish, put all the fish, and let them cook from the scratch. But over time, I've learned to build flavors. So I make the stew base first, and then I now add my yam so that, you know, all the spices, the seasonings, and all the natural flavors from the fish and all that can penetrate well into the yam and even into the sweet potato. You understand? Another method is to cook your yam separately. Your yam, when it is done, now make your stew separate and now pour it inside. That's another method. I have shown you different methods for cooking yam pottage and potato in the past. In fact, the last method I just explained, I have done that maybe 2021. I've shown you that method, but in this video I'll be using the method I love the most, which is I make my stew base. I put, even if you have meat stock, you can add meat stock. I put water and then I add my yam, and then the potato comes in last, and then I mash, and then your pottage is ready. Which method do you use? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's get cooking. Okay. Palm oil, onions, now I'll go in with the rough pepper mixture. You can also use a smooth pepper mixture. In fact, in the past, I've used my jollof mix. So if you have tried my jollof mix, you can also whip that out and use that instead of the rough pepper mixture. That will also work. You can also use a smooth pepper mixture, okay? It's not restricted to a rough pepper mixture. I'm just using it for the sake of this video. The next thing I'm going to be adding is my crayfish. I will still add more crayfish at the end of the cooking. Crayfish is such a flavor enhancer. Seasoning powder, and then I'm going to go in with my bonga fish, because bonga fish is a very tough type of fish, so it needs to cook well. And then the flavor of bonga fish is very important for meals like this. I'm just going to allow this to cook well. Allow it to cook. Allow the stew fry very well, okay? Yeah. Now let's check on our stew. It's getting there. So now what you want to do is to add your yam. After I add the yam, I'll add my meat stock. If you don't have meat stock, please use water. I'm going to add some more water to this so that the yam can cook fast. Adding water. I particularly love it when my yam pottage tastes very sugary. If you go to parties and you eat yam pottage, in fact, when I go to parties, I don't eat rice, I look for yam pottage because I know that it always tastes very, very good. It has that party standard. Most times, although they add sugar to theirs, so I won't lie. But another way to get it sugary or to taste that way is to add sweet potatoes. You understand? And because you know sweet potatoes cook faster than yam, you cook the yam first, especially if it's the hard yam, not the new yam. If it's the new yam, just add everything together and to cook at the same time. But if it is the old yam, you cook that one first so that the toughness can break down before you now add your sweet potatoes. Now let's check on our yam and see how far it is cooked. Okay, it has softened a bit. I'm going to add the sweet potatoes real quick, okay? Might be needing some extra water. Yummy! This looks really good. Ooh. Now the yam and the potatoes are very soft. I want to add more crayfish powder. And then I'm going to mash. I'm not going to mash everything. I still want to have, you know, some chunks to eat, so I'm not going to mash everything. Now I'm just going to mix together and allow the remaining liquid to dry, because I like my porridge very, very, you know, how do I put it? Sticky. Which English will I give this thing now? But you see the way it looks now, I want it to be thicker. But I'm going to add my smoked mackerel fish and my scent leaves now. I'm going to mash them into it. And then I would also add my scent leaves. I'm gonna give this a good mix, and here you go, guys. Here you go. This is what we call asaro elemi meji. Yam and sweet potato pottage with 9 lives. Check this out. This is how I love to enjoy mine, you know. Not too lumpy, not too, you know, it's just perfect. Perfect. Ooh. Check this out. This is what we call asaro elemi mewa, elemi meson, elemi 9 and 10, elemi meje. Very, very, very rich sweet potato and yam pottage. And I love the fact that it is very silky. You guys check this out now. Extremely silky. This is how I love mine. Some people love it very lumpy with the yam and the potatoes standing in the mixture, but this is how I like mine. All you just need to do is allow it to cook very well. Let it be soft before you mash, and it will become very silky and soft for you to eat. Just pair this with any protein of choice. I love pottage a lot. I love it a lot, but I don't get to cook it so much because there are not many in my house. And it's not every time my husband demands things like this. But thankfully, I'm able to film the recipes for you to recreate. So tell me, besties, are you going to be recreating this recipe? Let me know in the comment section. What are you going to be adding to yours? Let me also know. Remember, I said you can use smoked pepper mixture, rough pepper mixture. You can also use your jollof mix that I taught you how to make few months ago. And so long as, you know, it is very rich, your pottage will come out so nice. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you watched this video to this point, please type pottage, yam pottage in the comment section. You know how we do it. See you in my next video. Bye.